So thank you so much for being here. I am here to explain SQL Server joins. So we have, I think, like we have many joins, but the most important joins I think are inner join, left join, and right join. And this week I'm gonna explain to inner join. So what is inner join basically? So we're gonna use just three types of tables here to explain inner join because when you have a lot of tables in your database, you have to like use joins because you're gonna fetch many columns and values and data from different type of tables. So since we are using RDBMS, Relational Database Management System, you have to use joins. So I'm gonna explain to you just quickly. I'm gonna use my database, use bike star, use bike stores. You can just come here or uh, just switch to another any database you want. But I'm just gonna use codes for that. So I'm gonna just fetch, select from, and another one, select. Select from. And finally select. This is gonna be my sales. Yeah, and just execute that. Scroll up. So I have here first table product ID, product name, but I am going to fetch product ID and product name. From this table I'm gonna use I'm gonna fetch product name, and from this table I'm gonna fetch brand ID and brand name, these these two tables. But also you can just fetch product name, brand name. So that way I'm gonna show you how to just fetch data. And from here I'm gonna use list price and quantity. I'm just gonna multiply these two columns together, so that way we're gonna fetch total sales based on each category ID, each brand ID and product ID. So let's jump into inner join. So first of all, what I have here, I have product ID, I have product ID, product name here, but of course I need also brand name, right? Because which brand I have here. So and also aggregate function, because I'm just gonna multiply quantity and list price together, but I have to just sum them up, and quantity also and list price. I'm gonna fetch list price from this table because I have prices on just my sales.order items table. So basically, inner join means that I just want to fetch data based on this condition. And when you say inner join, when you say first of all from, of course, production brands, and I'm gonna just use abbreviation B. So B will represent production.brands table. So that way I don't have to use production.brands whole this long name. So B and inner join, because I am going to join this table with production.products table. So I'm going to use joins for that way. So when you just join them, actually you have all these columns together, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this and this. But when I use select brand name, product ID, and product name, which means I just want those tables to be shown. So that way you will not have to get all these columns. But if you use asterisk, you might have some problem, like you're gonna fetch all these tables and columns. So I just use brand name, product ID, product name, and also some quantity and times list price. So we're gonna use aggregate function here. So after that, of course, on means that just get the data where. So I'm going to use abbreviation P here, P on P dot brand name. Why brand name, brand ID? Because in this table I have brand ID, right? Second table, and also in my first table I have brand ID too. They don't have to be the same name. So I just want to underline this, but they have to be the same data type. So I have brand ID and brand name. It can be like brand ID numbers and this brand ID, so it's okay, no problem. You can just equalize them, b dot and also brand ID. So that way, this table, these two tables are gonna be shown based on this condition, where b dot brand ID is equal to p brand ID. So inner join means that they're gonna just fetch whole data where b dot brand ID is equal to p dot brand ID. So there's gonna be just matching. So from the first table, second table, and third table, we're gonna fetch some different types of columns. So based on this. So right now, brand name, product ID, and brand name, product name. So from first table, I had brand name, and the other one, product ID, is gonna be come from third table because I just want to use here. So product name came from here, first table, and brand name came from here, second table. So I have to use join here, inner join, and sales dot order items, and I'm gonna make abbreviation I. You can say ISI, no problem. And on, as you can see, I have product ID here and here product ID. So I'm gonna make a matching value here actually. E dot product ID is equal to P dot product ID. So as you can see, there is a just red line popped up because SQL Server doesn't know from which table it's gonna fetch the product ID, because since there's a product ID 1 and second product ID 2. So I'm gonna use I dot. So that way you're gonna get rid of this red line. And here, as you can see, since I have list price here, I have to just get rid of this by just typing e dot list price. So when you use aggregate function like this, it's just you just have to say group by. All you have to do is just grab this one, copy this, and paste here. So that way, this SQL Server code is gonna just fetch the data just based on this condition. So these conditions like production, brand ID, this condition, and this condition, group them by brand name, I dot product ID and product name. So I'm just gonna say order by. So that way I'm just gonna order them in descending order. On what? Of course, as I'm gonna say as total, I'm gonna just name it as total, because if you're not gonna do that, you're gonna say no column name. So total and disk total. So once you fetch this, so as you can see, we had just 4 columns from 3 different tables. By just using joins, we just can see select these 4 columns. So this is inner join. I hope you enjoyed the video. So I'm just gonna also make another video about left join and right join, so that way you can understand. So it is not easy actually in the first place when you just watch it, and you have to just make some examples on your own on your local computer, so that way you're gonna understand it better. So thank you so much for watching my video. Have a great day.